37 billion cells in your bone marrow fire up before sunrise. Every single morning, before you have opened your eyes or reached for your phone, your body has already begun manufacturing millions of new red blood cells, each one destined to carry oxygen to your brain, your muscles, your fingertips. This is not a dramatic event. It is Tuesday. Chapter 1. The factory floor. 37 billion cells in your bone marrow fire up before sunrise, and that figure only covers red blood cell production in one day. Your marrow sits inside the spongy interior of your largest bones, the femur, the pelvis, the sternum, and it runs continuously 24 hours, no shutdown, no weekend. Each red blood cell lives for roughly 120 days before it is broken down in the spleen, its iron salvaged and recycled like a component stripped from old machinery. The spleen is essentially a quality control checkpoint, flagging cells that have grown too rigid to squeeze through narrow capillaries. Nothing is wasted. The iron returns to marrow. The cycle restarts. Chapter 2. The invisible army. While marrow handles red cells, a parallel line produces white blood cells, your immune soldiers. Neutrophils, the most common type, live for only 6 to 12 hours after entering the bloodstream. They are expendable by design. Fast, aggressive, and disposable. When bacteria breach the skin, neutrophils arrive within minutes, engulf the invaders, and die in the process. That yellowish material in a healing wound? Mostly dead neutrophils. Your body produces roughly 100 billion of them every single day, partly just to maintain standing numbers. The immune system is not waiting for infection. It is already mobilized. Chapter 3. The quiet rebuilding. The skin you are sitting in right now is not the skin you wore 3 weeks ago. The outermost layer, the epidermis, replaces itself completely in roughly 21 days. Cells born in the deepest layer migrate upward, flatten, harden, and eventually flake away. About 30,000 dead skin cells shed per hour. Beneath the skin, the gut lining moves even faster. The cells lining your small intestine, the villi that absorb nutrients, turn over completely every 3 to 5 days. They are exposed to acids, enzymes, and rough food particles constantly, and the body simply does not wait for damage to accumulate. Preemptively discards and rebuilds before failure becomes possible. Chapter 4. The repair crew at 2 a.m. Sleep is when the heaviest repair work happens. During deep slow-wave sleep, growth hormone surges, and tissue repair accelerates. Muscles microtorn during the day are patched with fresh protein strands. More strikingly, the brain's glymphatic system, only confirmed by researchers in 2013, activates almost exclusively during sleep. Channels between brain cells widen, and cerebrospinal fluid flushes through, clearing out metabolic waste products including amyloid beta, the protein associated with Alzheimer's disease. The brain is literally washing itself. One night of poor sleep measurably increases amyloid accumulation. 2 decades of poor sleep may change the architecture of the organ entirely. The body does not forget missed maintenance windows. Chapter 5. The oldest defense. Inflammation gets a bad reputation, but its origin is one of the most ancient survival mechanisms in animal biology. When a cell detects damage or pathogen, it releases chemical signals, cytokines, that dilate local blood vessels, raise temperature, and flood the area with immune cells. This response predates vertebrates. Horseshoe crabs, whose lineage is 450 million years old, use a version of the same chemical cascade. Your inflammatory response and a horseshoe crab's share a common ancestor in deep evolutionary time. The redness around a splinter is not malfunction. It is a 400 million-year-old protocol running exactly as written. Chapter 6. The number that keeps growing. Scientists once estimated the body replaces itself entirely every 7 years. That figure, it turns out, is too simple. Different tissues run on wildly different clocks. Heart muscle cells replace themselves so slowly that a 70-year-old still carries cells from early childhood. Neurons in the cerebral cortex, with very few exceptions, are as old as you are. Meanwhile, your taste receptor cells replace every 10 days. Your body is simultaneously ancient and brand new. A patchwork of time, some of it measured in decades, some in hours. What part of your body do you think feels oldest to you? That factory running before sunrise, producing millions of cells before you have had a single thought. It has not stopped once since the day you were born. The Curio Cabinet.